Good morning, people. Guess what we're doing today? We are going on a train, and this is the first time, and we're going alone. But let me tell you, it was super easy. I mean, they always say that, but I was still worried because I struggle a bit with things, but even for me, it was super easy. And I was really lucky because the train was super empty, so I got the whole row to myself. And this is probably my favorite transportation method because it's just so relaxing, and the views, you get to see so much. But today we are going to the capital city of Switzerland, which is Bern. So I got off at my stop and right away ran into this very big, fancy looking building. I think it's the parliament, but I saw open skies on the other side of these arches, and I was like, ooh, that looks like it's gonna be a good view. And guess what? It was a fantastic view. What I love about these cities is that it's still so green. There's so many trees. You can see all of the houses, all of the green, the river, the bridges, all of it. But would you believe me if I told you that this isn't even the best view of today? You will believe me once I show you, but you're just gonna have to wait for that because we got a lot of exploring to do first. Anyways, that castle looking thing that you just saw, there was a bridge leading to that, so I went on that bridge to try to get there, but the castle looking thing was kind of, I don't know, it wasn't really a castle, and it kind of seems kind of boring, so I just turned right back around and went the other direction on the bridge and enjoyed the views because, yes, the views are great. They still get better though. So then I went and I walked around the old town like I do in every city because every city has an old town and they're all so old. They're so cool. Bern's probably one of my least favorites, but it's still really gorgeous and so cool to wander around and explore. However, I'm just talking about the old town because Bern itself, the views gets it so many points, and the rivers and the little houses that you can see, it gets it up the list. But when my host was telling me about Bern, he was telling me about how I have to go to these arcades and how there's shopping indoors for when it's raining. So I'm like, okay, so you're describing a mall with an arcade with a bunch of games? Like, I don't know why that's so cool to explore, but it's actually these arches that you're seeing me walk through. Those are called arcades. He just thought that was funny. The dude who founded Bern said he'd name it after the first animal he hunted, and it happened to be a pig, and so he was like, oh, I can't name it after a pig. So then he was like, okay, I'll do the second animal. And the second animal was a bear, so they named it Bern, and now they keep live bears in the middle of the city. So it's like a little zoo, but just live bears. I can't remember the last time I've been to a zoo, but oh my gosh, these bears are adorable. They are so cute. My boyfriend joked before about having a pet bear, and now I'm so down for it. But where the bears were, there was a pretty view, and then I found this little secret trail that led upwards, so I followed that, and there was an even better view with benches. And there was a bunch of people around the bears, but there was no one up here, which was awesome. I've been walking around for about an hour, and all that you saw, that was just an hour worth of walking, and I still have so much time here. I'm stopping at this amazing view on a bench. I'm just gonna eat the lunch I packed. It's just a sandwich. It actually looks like a green screen. It's crazy. I mean, come on. Guys, look at this. This is crazy. I could not get over this view. It was actually gorgeous. I was staring at it for so long, but I couldn't stare at it forever, so I was back to exploring. I went back over a little bridge and then back to the old towns because I didn't see much the first time around, and now I wanted to explore all the streets. Walked down this cool stone-like street. I really like this one. I walked to this big clock tower at the end of the road, and there was a guy playing music, and I love the live music on the streets. But I so badly had to use the bathroom, so I went and found one I walked by earlier, and I was not expecting a hurricane water slide. One of those donation bins you roll the coin down. Can't leave out the roller coaster having to put the seat down. But after that beautiful experience, I continued walking on. I saw some stairs, so of course I went up the stairs, and honestly, not that cool. There's really nothing up there. I went back down. I mean, I guess the streets were cool to see from above. But then I saw this building with this art on it. I love the art on the buildings in all the cities. They're so cool. I haven't seen much art on buildings, but spoiler alert, on later cities, there's gonna be a whole lot. So stay tuned for those. I was ready to head out. I'm done with walking. It's been a long day, okay? But I needed to get back to the station and I wanted to walk along the river to do so. And so I went down to the river. Found a third cute bridge of the day. As you can tell by the ridiculous amount of videos that I take, I love Bern and I love the views it offers, even if the small town isn't my favorite. But I found this little chill spot along the river, so I chilled here and I found a cat, a little kitty, a little orange cat. You'll see her later. She's a little camera shy. Until then, we'll just wander around here. It was cool seeing the buildings under the bridge. I don't know why. I just thought that was kind of cool. It's like the bridge is a picture frame. But anyways, here's the little kitty. She was really going after these two little ducks. I think she was a little hungry. But the little ducks did get away. They just swam off. But then a third little ducky came and he started swimming towards the shore. But he must have seen the kitty because then he swam off and made sure to stay his distance. So the kitty gave up and he saw me, so then he came up to me and I felt really bad. I pet him, I risked the ringworm. But then I finally did what I came over here to do, and that is walk along the river back to the train station. And it's such a pretty place, but I want to swim here so bad. If I get to the chance, I'm coming back in the summer and swimming here because the water is so clear. There's a swing in the river, like it's going over the water, and I was told people just float down the river. Like they'll put their stuff in waterproof bags and float down the river to go home from work, which I think is the life. Going through a secret passageway. Dude, if it was summer, this would be such a cool spot to swim in. I'm surprised I didn't jump in right there because you can tell how much I wanted to swim. I just want it to be warm and I want to be able to jump in a lake or the ocean or whatever. I mean, it's killing me when I keep on seeing this crystal clear water and I can't swim in it. But oh well. Anyways, I went to this like rushing water part. That was pretty cool. You'll see that later. And then I just walked to the train station and you can all enjoy your little walk. From the train station, we hopped on to Freeberg. That was like 20 minutes away. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I was really tired. My feet hurt. I was done walking, but I kind of wanted to see the town. So I went into the old town and I walked around a little bit. I even walked all the way down this very steep street to the little river, and I just stayed by the little river and then walked all the way back up, which was very tiring. I was out of breath. And just saw all the cool looking buildings. Freeberg looks a lot like Bern, and so does the view. There's the river, there's the same type of buildings, but it's much more smaller and there's less people, which I personally like that more. Although I haven't found a spot that beats the Bern view. But like I said, I was really tired, so I was there probably for like 30 minutes, and then I was like, okay, I've seen what I needed to see, I'm gonna head out now. But as I was making my way to the train station, I went up this hill, and you know, I found a good view. I always find the good view. But there is this like rocky cliff, I don't know, but it was a pretty view, okay? And then like at the end of the sidewalk, there was some cool looking buildings. I don't know, it was pretty cool, pretty good view to end the day on. Okay guys, this was so embarrassing, but as you saw before, I've never gotten on a bus before, and this morning I didn't have the chance to either. I had to get on a bus to take me back to the house. The bus pulled up, and the buttons to get on the tram, you just like press the button, and I didn't see it on the bus, but there was this like little lever that you turn, and so I was like, oh, and the bus looked a lot different. It looked a lot older and it was smaller, so I'm like, oh, they just have an older handle. And so I turned it and an alarm went off. The bus driver was yelling at me and he was trying to stop it. He had to stop the bus. He had to go and like open up the hood. He couldn't get the alarm to stop like at all. The whole bus drive through, the alarm was just going off. That was embarrassing. Anyways, good night.